Hello, Barack Obama Elementary. This is a tutorial on how to embed code into your teacher pages. We kind of fell upon this during the training. It wasn't really my intention to cover it, but it is wonderful. It was brought up, it was a question, and after further research, we were able to figure how to put a video on your teacher page without having to link outside of your teacher page to play it, if that makes sense. So initially we would put a link and then we would have the students tap on the link, which would take them to YouTube, which in turn they would have to go outside to a new window and view the video in YouTube. We had a question, it was addressed, and I'm going to show you how to embed the code right directly on your teacher page so they can play through the page. First order of business as usual is we're going to go to hempsteadschools.org. I'm just going to sign out here very quickly. We were doing some work previously in the other tutorials. So I'm going to go ahead and sign out. Just want to remind you, when you sign in on Barack Obama Elementary's page, always start with your first initial of your first name and your full last name. You don't want to do the full email address. That's only when you're signing into email. You want to back that up. And your password, of course. So that gets you into your teacher pages. You're going to tap on teacher page, but first, always remember Site Manager. You're going to go to your menu. Your look is a little different than mine. Keep that in mind. And you at this point know how to get to teacher pages. You're going to find your name. We're going to go to Nathan Randazzo because I have a playground set aside for us when we're in our trainings, so we don't have to mess with other people's pages and my pages as well. I'm going to go on to playground. And I'm going to go ahead under that pencil tool that we talked about before. Your look again for the content app is a little different, but the process is the same. You tap in the box on the pencil and you edit. I think if you mouse over to the far right of your little content app box, there's a pencil there. Mine happens to be in the middle of the app. So the process is the same, it's just a little bit of a different look. So I'm going to go ahead. In the previous trainings, we talked about linking text to files. We talked about linking a picture to an outside resource outside of teacher pages on the internet. And then we talked about the old-fashioned way of just bringing in a link and having the students navigate outside of the teacher page to get to that link. So now we're going to talk about embedding code. That's a foreign term for some of you, but it's really very easy. What you're doing essentially is you're going out to YouTube and you're finding a video. But instead of having the students tap on a link to get to the video, you want them to just be able to play it right here on your teacher page. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go out to YouTube. And I'm only using YouTube because I'm not sure how and if we can do it with sites such as BrainPop or whatever resource you're using, RazKids. But I'm going to use YouTube because I know there's a lot of available resources and they do allow you to bring them into your web pages. So I am going to search for teacher pages. Actually, I want my page, but let's see, go here. Sorry about that. So I want to bring in my video that I just did for our session today. I did a part 1 and part 2 on linking and background colors. I'm going to copy that link. Actually, I don't want to copy that link. I lied. I'm sorry. I want to go to the share button underneath. Excuse me. Sometimes I forget what part of the tutorial I'm on. I want to tap on share, and you have this little sort of bracket, like a less than sign and a greater than sign. That's for embedding code. So you could copy the link for the video and paste it, but we want the player to play inside of the teacher page. We're trying to logically think about that. So we want to take the code that's behind the video, okay? It's YouTube's format of putting that video into their site. We want to copy that code. Excuse me. Okay. Oh my goodness me, oh my. Just gonna scroll down a little bit. Doesn't want to seem to let me grab that. I'm gonna do a Control-C shortcut to copy because I was right-clicking and it was messing me up a little bit. So Control-C to copy. I'm gonna go back to our page where I want the video. And I'm gonna tell it I want it in the center, and I'm gonna center it, okay? So there's your center tool. And here is that same little icon that I showed you to embed, the less than sign and the greater than sign. That's telling it I'm bringing in a video for my students to watch. I want them to be able to play it on my page. So I'm going to get rid of the current code that is there, and I'm going to paste that code that I just copied. And that shortcut is Control-V, by the way. I'm trying to refrain from using right-click because sometimes it throws it off and won't take it. And then I'm going to click OK, and there's your video. Okay, so you can see how this would really be helpful. So students don't have to keep going to a new window and a new page. Just going to back this up. You might want to put students, please view this video on how to link to a file. Again, this isn't the best example, but you could see in your instruction how you can use this. I want to make this a little bigger with our feather tool. We're going to stick with the feather tool and the color palette and center. Maybe you might want that a little larger. And then again, just to review, I'm going to go ahead, find my video, copy the code under share, and come back to my page, tap on that embedded code. I'm going to paste that in there, and I'm going to click OK. Where'd my center go? Where do I replace that? Let's see if it does come out. Let's see. I'm going to go in real time, take a look, refresh, playground. I don't know why it wiped out the text, but my training is there. I'm going to go back in, figure out why it wiped out my text in the process. Good teachable moment. So we're going to back you up. I keep it to the left side. I'm not even going to center it this time. I just want to see what the problem is. Large. Nope. Let me keep it over here. Let's try again. Let's see what happens. I'm going to leave that alone because that might be my text here. That might be the source code for the text. So I think what I did was I wiped out that text code, and I probably shouldn't have. So we want to just put it right underneath maybe. Let's see. because this essentially should match this. So that I assume, knowing what I know about computer science, that this is behind this part of the text and this will now be behind the video. So let's see. And as I presumed, that is correct. So again, you probably, the first time I cleared out all the text, but you probably don't want to do that because what it does essentially is wipe out everything on the page. So rather than doing that, you want to keep the code that was in there, even the other stuff that was there that I had. That's why we have a playground, because I found that I was wiping out when I'm trying to prepare for the trainings. I find that I'm wiping out a lot of my stuff because I'm learning myself and I'm teaching myself. So you want to just continue with whatever code is there. Don't take out the previous code. I think that's where I might have made a mistake. Thank goodness I'm not on my page, my instructional page. Okay, so long story short, there's your text and there's your video and everything is kosher. And we're going to do a save and we're going to go in real time. And I just want to see that really quick. Okay. So there it is. Click here to view video on linking. You might want to back this up just a little bit so it's directly underneath. And then, of course, the students can play the video right through your page. If they go full page, it really doesn't matter. All that they're doing is really going full page. Okay, we're going to escape. And that concludes embedding code and putting a video from YouTube onto your teacher page so the students can play through your page. Have a great day.